Okay, let's see if this is actually working now. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so if I go ahead and move, does that look like that's working? Oh, what the heck? Come on. How far behind is this? Okay. Okay, so it's way behind, but it is working. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just start working on this a little bit. What's going on, bud? Okay, what are we doing? You're doing a color? Let me bring this forward a little bit, bud. Oh, I don't want you coloring on that, but you can color on this. There you go. Okay, so wow, this is so loud. Let me turn down the hostile mob sounds. Are they really just that loud? Okay, well, I just turned these guys down to 1% because they are horribly loud. Okay, so here's what I have that I am working on currently. It is a blaze farm, but I am possibly going to look into a better way to kill these guys. Holy cow, they are doing so much damage to me. So here's another thing as well, is that I think I actually need to try and figure out a way. Here, okay, thank you for dumping all those out. I think I need to figure out a way to actually hurt these guys a little bit before I go to kill them all. And also keep them from tracking me visually. Like, I don't know how they're tracking me through the wall, but they totally are, and it's kind of maddening. But I've never really done a blaze farm before. This is my very first attempt. So honestly though, once they're to a certain point, then I've just been doing this with my bow just to finish off the ones that are here. See, now that's... Oh, cool, I got him. Anyway, so that's a thing. And it is giving me really good amounts of blaze rods, like that. Oh, Parker. Okay. So I mean, that's the thing, is it's a really good amount of blaze rods. Now, a couple of things about this farm. I went ahead and was just trying to get them down to this level, and they naturally fall if they're not aggroed. And so I was just trying to use this to get them down to my level. A couple of problems that I'm running into is when they are aggroed, they can go ahead and get out of the area that they're in. And like, for example, that guy's up in the corner, it's going to take him until he moves before that knocks him down again. The other problem is that I cannot activate the farm from all the way down here because I'm too far down to actually get the mob spawner to go, which is a good and a bad thing. Like, it's not hard for me to just go up these stairs that I made and sit on a platform and let a bunch of them spawn and then come kill a bunch of them. Yeah, so I may go ahead and actually change. Okay, we do have some stuff there. Hey, what are you doing, bud? Wait, no. Parker, I love you, but I can't have you grabbing at my headset, bud. You want down? Are you all done? Here, let's see if you're poopy too, because you smell, but okay, it was just a fart. I changed him not that long ago, so... Oh, what happened? I don't know what he just did to himself. He just set him down on the ground and then he acted like all of a sudden he hurt himself. He might have stepped on one of his toys or something. Oh, you want sakis? Okay, can you go find some sakis and I'll put them on you? Yeah, it looks like he stepped on something that he did not enjoy stepping on. Okay, so... Now I have those, and I have a way to activate stuff, because I can put those on. Could I do a slime block in the middle and have it carry a couple pieces of stone? Let's go ahead and we'll take that. Let's grab out my redstone box. Grab out a slime block, because this is going to be something that I honestly don't know exactly what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of coming up with stuff as I go to try and solve some of these issues that I've been running into. Okay, so the basic setup that I have is like this, and then I have an observer here, and then I have 2 pieces of redstone dust, and then on top of the dust there's another observer that detects that change, and then I want a piston here. Okay, and then if I do this, okay, and I might have to modify this a little bit longer because of how that is shaped now. So now when I hop on here, Okay, so I just need to remove that for a second while I get this set up. There we go. Okay, so now when I hop on here, it does look like it pushes both of those. Now, let's say for the blazes, I have a wall here. So that just pushed me through, but if I have it covered up top, is this gonna kill me? That forced me underneath. Oh, and then it pulled that back. Okay, yeah, so that's just not gonna work. At least not how I thought it would. Now if I go ahead and just remove the slime block and just say that I do this all set up with stone bricks. Yeah, why is that just forcing my... What does that look like on the character model when I do that? Yeah, okay. Well, that's actually kind of interesting. Could I move around like that now if I do that? Is that just like a simple trick to force myself into that position? Nope. Okay. Well, that was fun. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is cover that over for a minute so no blazes can get down here, because we need to work on this front killing area here. And I don't know, maybe I will go ahead and try and change the setup a little bit that I have down here, because the problem that I'm running into is just that the blazes are not being pushed far enough forward and they're not dying fast enough. Now what I'm hoping is if I literally just do that small of a change... Can you put redstone across the top of hoppers? Because that might be another little issue here. You can. Okay. So that's just going to be just fine then. Okay, let's see now if we do that, that, and that. Hey. Oh, you got your sakis? Cool. Okay. Well, he went and found them on his own, so they don't match, but that is okay. Okay, there you go, bud. Is that all better? Okay, now what I'm thinking, guys, is there something that I can see over that's different than a half slab in height, like daylight sensor? Let's see. So daylight sensor is a little bit shorter than a half slab. Is that what this looks like? Yes. So I probably don't have anything taller. Okay, well maybe we'll just leave these half slabs for the time being and we'll just give this a test. It's maddening that they can attack as much as they can, but I'm hoping that with that pushing them forward, that might just make it a tiny bit easier here. So let's go ahead and let's start removing these blocks here. Because this is all just a bunch of trial and error for me, guys. Like, I really don't know. Oh, great, the blaze hit me. Okay, so let's go just here. I guess I should grab this stuff out. Okay, so we're at almost a full 9 stacks. Honestly, I might even have enough by the time I'm done with this that it doesn't matter really too much, but we'll go ahead and see. So I'm just gonna wait up here for a minute. Let's also see if this, like if I get enough experience to repair my pickaxe. Because when I was looking online, it looks like Blaze actually give you as much XP per kill as Guardians do. It's just that Guardians are so much easier to, I don't know, like they have thorns and stuff, so you still take damage, but I have other ways of coping with that. Oh yep, it is broken, but guess what? You can still put it together if you just do this. Yay! Parker had a little Easter egg that was in 2 pieces that he handed to me. Okay. So... I'm just trying to think through this of if there's anything else that I can do. Because I mean, maybe I could try and make it so that there's 2 blocks that actually come together and crush them. But I really don't know, and I do have to just wait here for a moment. Anyway, so the Guardian Farm, I may need to look into that again. So, I was watching Exuma Void, and he was doing a 1.14 video comparing rates on the Hermitcraft server from 1.13 to the new update 1.14. And something interesting is he said that his Guardian Farm is actually doing better, which mine was doing significantly worse. But the Guardian Farm that he was using is one similar, more similar to my original design that I had going back on my YouTube channel, that was a very small minimalist design. And that one, it got cut pretty hard when I got into the update, and so I made the bigger farm to try and work with the update, and now it is just not working the same. Okay, looks like we have a good amount, so let's go ahead and test these guys out. Anyway, so I just don't know. I really don't know if it's just something with my design and the rates are actually better, or like I just don't know what is up. So okay, well, it looks like they're not attacking me nearly as much, so that's good. We got 43 right there. Let's just go ahead and I'm just gonna kind of give it some time to keep on generating blazes. Now I did have it so it was glass so I could see through and see if they were spawning, but they were seeing me through the glass and trying to attack me here, so I had to cut off my sight here. So yeah, I'm just waiting. I don't know if there's anything else that I could make right here that would keep it from being boring. And the other thing that I should probably think about and look into is if there's something that I can do to have them be killed, have them killed manually. Manually as well as automatically. So right now it's all manually. But I might be able, I've heard of blaze crushers, where they just trap them in between a couple of blocks and kill them that way. So I'm gonna look into that a little bit. Or maybe we'll give this one more go, and then I'll go kill the ones that are down there and we'll try and work on another iteration while I just think for a second of how I could even do that. Because I would want it to be able to be turned on and off. so that I could kill him automatically if I want AFK overnight, or kill him manually if I want the experience. I wonder if it would help with experience too, to try and figure out a way to get that untrapped. Okay, well let's go and try that. I should have some more to kill there now. Because even if it just softens them up so I can one-hit kill them, then that would still be useful. Okay, now it looks like the experience is not able to reach me very well. Here, so what if we do this? So that allows the experience to make it to me just by allowing myself to get that much closer, and that is repairing my stuff. So I might have to think about something else on the bottom here that's a little bit smaller, maybe? I don't know, maybe we'll just see if that even works, just leaving it like that to kill him. Now, as far as that, so I would probably want to get these ones right here actually set up to help crush. So let's do this real quick. Now that would mean that I want this line right here set to fire. And that means I would want these activated so I can get in there because it's 1.5 tall. So if I have something going around one of the sides, I can still technically get in there. So now if I bring the redstone signal, so I can bring it through this area. Okay, but if I do this, then I'm probably going to want to fill these in to make sure that they don't somehow slide out the back here. And then just have one side open. That might be enough right there to do everything, to have it all powered. Okay, so let's go ahead. How much do I have here? So I have 24 on that stack. Let's just give this a minute and see if it actually ends up killing anything or not. I really don't know if it will or not. I do think it's worth a try just to see, and if not, then we can keep on using it to at least repair a little bit of our stuff here. But let's go ahead and give that a try. This may be an epic fail, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know enough about blazes, and I'm not in creative, so I can't just build it, test it, and then I don't know, it's just going to be a little bit slower of a process because I can't just spawn them in as much as I want. Oh my. I have the silliest little guy on the planet. He crawled under my desk at my feet to watch his show. Okay. You think that's long enough, maybe? That should have let some spawn. So we had 24 on that first thing there. What is it doing to him? Is it not letting him down in? Did it at least do something? Nope. Okay, so it appears that this was just totally pointless. That did not work. Let's go ahead and at least see if coming under here. How are those still going? Huh. Are these guys at least close enough for me to hit now? Kind of, but not really. I wonder if I got... Here, well, let's go ahead and remove these, since that didn't really do anything for me there. And maybe I can get something else set up here. Because, yeah, that was a fail. And this actually works well, so maybe I just need to get a little closer if I can to get them all in one good swipe. So that could mean that instead of doing that, I just do it down into the ground with one more chest. And I don't even need to grab anything else, I don't think. So then all I do here... great, the blaze rods filled up my inventory. I'll go ahead and put those over. I really only need that one shulker for the time being. And so this is probably even a tiny bit of overkill on my part. Like with as big as I'm making this farm, but it's okay as well. Okay, so that goes down. And then something that allows me to get a little bit closer there. Well, we can pop those back in. Wow, do I really not have... I did not leave myself very much stuff in this redstone chest here. I'm gonna have to look at that again in the near future. Well, I guess I can pop those over. Okay. Oh boy. So I have iron doors, which honestly if I put them down in the ground I could get up a little closer there, but that wouldn't help me out there, so I don't think I'll use the iron doors. I think instead I do like the idea of iron something though, so let's just grab these and I'll just make some iron trapdoors real quick. And then we'll just have to see whether or not they need to be powered. Looks like they do. Okay, so how do I power a trapdoor now? Can I do it from underneath? Like if I do that and then put that there and then put a redstone torch on top. Let's see if that will power it. Nope. Okay, so that doesn't power down. Now if I put a redstone torch next to it, it does go up. Does it work if the torch is in front? It does work that way. Okay, so what I might be able to do then is just keep that at 1. And then I'll just go ahead and put down some stone here just to keep it looking nice. And then one more thing is stone here for those, and then, or the other option is that I actually just put these underneath, right? So if I go ahead and dig down underneath, yeah, that's probably the smarter idea, just hide them a little bit better. Okay, put that up. And honestly, I can just hide that back in. It doesn't need to even be semi-visible. Cool. I'll put that back over, maybe toss those back in. Put that in. Okay, and let's just set these back in here now. And then I don't have that much stuff on me. This should let me get pretty close. Can I still get to that chest through that? I cannot. That's an issue. Does it still transfer if I do a half slab there? Nope. Huh. What was it? Is it this one that I had the chests in? Okay, let's see if the chest will work. I doubt it, but it's worth a try. Oh, good day, Groovehagen. Welcome to the stream. I'm just trying to troubleshoot a couple of things real quick. Not having the best of luck with this little thing right here. So I don't want it to power the hopper either, because the hopper's... So basically what I'm trying to do here, Groovehagen, is power a trapdoor so that it will stand up, but also have my chest accessible. Now I could just run the chest in a hopper stream down underneath, and then back up, but that seems kind of excessive. Or I just run them around the side. Let's do that. Let's just run them around the side. Because then I keep that up. So if I just change the direction of this. Oh, nice. Thank you for watching the YouTube videos. What'd you think of everything? Okay, sorry about the silence here. I'm just trying to... Like, this is my first ever blaze farm. And so I'm still trying to, like, figure out a few things here. Just figure out the best way to do everything. You really want to explore the castle? Okay, well, we will get working on that very soon. I need to figure out a good day for when I can do that. But I definitely am willing to, you know, let you come onto a stream and we'll explore some. Yeah, so once we can get that email or whatever figured out, then we can get that worked out. Okay. Oh wait, did I... No hurry. Okay, thank you. Oh, those are... if I toss something, will it activate that? No. Okay, so I needed to remove these real quick for the blazes to be able to come on down. And then we want those there. Okay, and we'll just let that guy be upset for a moment. So I kind of said this a little bit earlier. So this is... Last episode, I ended trying to kill some blazes. Yes, it is the nether. So I ended it trying to kill some blazes. And in the past, when I've needed blaze rods, I haven't really needed all that much. And so, like, what I would do is just put some lighting around the spawner to make it so only 1 or 2 could spawn at a time. And then just take them on like normal, you know, like just kill them with my sword, whatever. That was not nearly fast enough. And I was also taking a good amount of damage, which I'm still taking damage right now. But I'm just not taking quite as much damage in this way, and I'm trying to get it to where I don't take any damage at all. And so what I did is I decided to just hollow out this big area around the spawner, so the spawner is just, you can barely see the top of it right there with the half slab on top. And I did have this glass before, but they were able to see me, and so they were trying to attack me instead of just going down into the bottom. So this giant contraption is just a big thing of observers that observe, they observe when the pressure plate is stepped on. That sends a signal through here and activates the piston, so you see how through the glass it can see me. Anyway, so that just makes it so that the pistons push them towards the center so that they get dropped down in the very center as fast as I could make it. There's probably better ways to do this, but this was my first try at a blaze farm that I've ever done. That's another thing, they seem to be able to track you through solid blocks. So, anyway, but the hope here is that they get transported down, all the way down into here. I just changed this to get as close as I could, although it looks like I can take damage that close up. Anyway, but then just right here I can go ahead and kill him. And I have that. Oh, of course it activated funky. So that's something that I've been running into this last little bit, is just that those pistons, they're activating, but they're not pushing them up as well as I thought they would, because they keep on dropping the stone blocks just because of how observers act. And so I might actually just change that back to just normal, just a normal pressure plate on those back ones there. Here, these guys are gonna try and kill me unless I do some stuff right here real quick. Oh, I'm standing on a fire. Well, that would help if I don't do that. Anyway, so I'm just trying to work it down. Apparently they can still see me, but before I wasn't close enough for them to see me. But it was also making it hard for the XP to come all the way to me. So anyway, let's go ahead and put those pressure plates back down, and we'll just put them down here. Then at least that will push them somewhat closer whenever they're there. Yeah, this has been a real learning experience. Like, I had a different design that was way less costly than using all these observers, but it wasn't stackable, at least without making it ridiculously tall, like over twice as tall as this one is. And this one is too tall that I can't AFK at the bottom and just have them come down to me. Like, I have to be all the way up where I'm at to activate the farm, which means that basically I'm just activating it, waiting a little while for them to float down to the bottom, and then killing them. But I don't know, it's just hard because the normal things that I'd use in a conventional or mob farm like water streams are just not possible in the nether, right? Yes, Parker. And even trying to do pistons to mimic a water farm, like a water stream whatever thing to get them all pushed to one side and then collect them down, that would still be taller than this is, I'm pretty sure. So, and I don't think I remember hearing about piston bolts that you could get pistons to pull you through and transport you. I don't think that works either with blazes, and I'm pretty sure they probably fixed that bug. Yes, buddy? What are you doing? Sorry, Parker's trying to hide under my desk at my feet, and I'm not really sure what he's doing right now, but he's doing something. Okay, well, anyway, this is kind of boring. I might end up doing this a little bit later, because I actually got a pretty decent amount of blaze rods going now. But you can see the whole idea going in here. And it might even be better if I swap out these trapdoors for fence posts. I just don't know yet. You know, another thing I might try real fast. Let's see if putting some more trapdoors up here, if these are big enough to discourage them from being able to see me while still letting me walk underneath here. Let's try that real fast and then... Okay. Yeah, it is pretty tall. Here, let's see. I had some chicken somewhere. Some extra backup chicken. Where did that end up at? I didn't put it in there. I guess I have some here anyway that I can use. I need to go up because you have to be close enough to the mob spawner for it to activate. So, here, let's see if I can show you that right here. Yeah, so you can see if I'm down here, looking up, where's the mob spawner? Right there. You can see that there's not anything dropping from right there at the moment. It's just completely turned off. But when you get up close, and you have to be within a certain distance, I don't know that distance, usually it's kind of like a sphere around it, but if I go ahead and just remove this just to let you see, that starts spinning and they start spawning. So there's like a little blaze on the inside that starts spinning, and so you just have to be within a certain distance. That's very specific, like how far exactly you can be. And so I think this was about as, like this block was about as far away as I was able to get before it started going. So I could probably be closer, like somewhere down in there, but it still wouldn't be all the way to the bottom of the farm. So, I don't know. I need to work it out. I might do some more research into how far out that goes. But I just wasn't able to find anything earlier on it. Yes, buddy? Parker's just being so cuddly today. We had kind of a long day yesterday. I tried to do something called Instacart, which is basically kind of like Uber, but instead of driving people around, you go get their groceries for them and then drop them off at their house. But I just never got any calls, and so you have to sit in like these active zones that are like a red box on a map. And I was, and I just never got anything, so I just sat there for like 3 hours waiting to see if I would get a call and never did. So that ended up kind of being a big waste of time. Anyway, so if we come back down here, then you can see that, you know, there's now a bunch here. Let's see if these, can they still attack? Yeah, so they are still attacking. I don't know, I think technically I could put some stone slabs across. No, I can't put them across there. So yeah, I could maybe do stone slabs right here instead of these trapdoors. That might be big enough to help out instead. Make it so they can't see me. Are they still able to attack? That looks like that actually might be enough right there, just crouching under that little thing there. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'll show you some of the other progress that we have going. Because I think this is actually enough to get started for now, and we'll just come visit this place again later. Because I've already been here a little while today, so... Anyway. Luckily this was reasonably close, like I managed to find a spawner reasonably close to the base.
Nope.
Oh, I heard a ghast. There we go. Let's see if I can actually hit it. Okay. I'm just gonna ignore the rest of these guys through here because I just don't want to deal with all that at the moment. So I am gonna build like a tunnel down to it or something. It's a little bit better. But for the time being, this is... Yeah, I could stream while waiting. I don't know. Like, the thing that makes me nervous about that is just being in a situation where I can't go immediately. Because once you do get a call, then it's time sensitive once you accept it. So... yeah, I definitely thought about that yesterday, though. I might give it a little bit longer until I have things figured out a little bit more and then call it good. But... so I think it's like 400 or 500 blocks. I'm gonna try and probably get some more RAM allocated to my server, because there's a couple of things that would improve how Minecraft works on my computer. One would be a better video card, and then the other would be more RAM on the server, and I think I need a combination of both. But the more RAM on the server is one that's a little cheaper and something that I can do more immediately. So I'm probably gonna try and do that, because at the moment I can't fly through this part of the nether without it being a little too much for my game. So, but I do want to get this all finished up so I can at least make it over to the blaze spawner quickly. Anyway, go ahead and head back over into here though, and I'll show you some of the other stuff. So, for a little bit there, here, let's try and check on this as well. I know that I said that I wasn't gonna mess with kelp, but I'll show you some of the issue of why I actually started flattening out the bottom of the ocean, and maybe try a little bit of kelp as well. So over here, I haven't done too much. I got the base set up to start another bamboo farm. And most of these are pretty well backed up. Oh, down in the water? Are you talking about the hostile mob? That was called a drowned. That was something new with the water update. The water plants are kelp, and I'll show you just a second what I was doing with those. So basically what happened like over the last couple of days at least is that I have been trying to get things worked out as far as like actually getting some experience from the farm. Oh, no, that's a llama. And yeah, it was actually from, they have wandering trader villagers now. And the wandering villager trader, whatever guy, died, and so he had a llama that I just went ahead and saved in a boat. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's actually one more llama that was on top of a mushroom nearby that's just like trapped up there. So anyway, these blaze rods, so let's go ahead and grab all of these except for the one with 49 on it. And we have some popcorn fruit. So that should be all I need to make end rods. Yep, there we go. Oh, looks like it's making double of what I actually have, so let's just drop this over here for the time being, I guess. Let's pick this up. And then maybe we'll just go ahead and drop some of these on the ground nearby.
Mama?
And just make them while we have some room.
Mama?
So it's actually making a good amount of stuff, so I'm just going to be picking it back up almost immediately. I'm just trying to beat it as much as I can. Oh, come on. Okay, maybe I'll actually have to just move away from him for a moment. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll just put him in this one for a moment here. So yeah, I might have actually gotten more than I needed without even realizing it. Okay, I can go ahead and put these in and then we'll finish out the rest of it. Yep, we made more than we need, I think, so we can probably actually start on that cactus farm here pretty quick. I'm just going to finish these out though, because I don't really have any other uses for all of those. Okay. Where do I have? I should have some chests somewhere. No, I'm going to grab one of those at least. Just so I can put these all together. Okay, well that actually worked out nicely. That's almost a double a chest of end rods, and I'm pretty sure that's more than I need. Okay, so now as far as experience is concerned, so what I did over here is I went ahead and added these double chests underneath to try and allow... Here, I'm going to turn down the background sound a little bit so I can think here for a moment. The end rods will be part of the cactus farm that I'll show you here when I officially start building it. Anyway, if I go ahead and show you this real quick. So basically, to draw experience from the furnace, you need to have a certain amount of blocks that it's already processed through. And so some of these I've already actually pulled experience from. Some of them are not quite ready because they're still filling stuff up underneath. But I guess all in all, like if I do this, you can see I get a little experience, but not much. But that's because I've actually drawn stuff from these furnaces before. And plus I have armor on, and I don't know, there's just a bunch of things that can mess with it. So I actually need to clear out all these bottom chests and everything. So as far as getting experience, different things that you smelt give different amounts of experience. So for example, cactus gives you like 0.2. Diamonds are the highest at like 3.5, but then you only get 1 diamond and you don't get nearly the same amount of experience as if you actually mine it. So there's little things like that that are, I don't know, different, that I don't know, are just made much more efficient by doing other things. So it does give experience. I actually repaired a few pickaxes and stuff out of the first few of them, but it just took way more than I wanted to. The kelp that was in the bottom of the ocean, I went ahead and, yeah, I need a thing. I went ahead and started gathering some of that just because the bamboo farm itself is not big enough yet to make up for all of the other stuff that I'm using. And here, you know what, let's be smart and let's just make a crafting bench down there closer, because I don't really feel like coming all the way up to just to have a crafting bench. Anyway, so I made some dried kelp and some charcoal blocks to throw back into the fuel side of things, just to try and keep this going as much as I can for the time being, while I'm not really getting much experience out of it and while I don't have everything completely finished. How do you make, oh, you make it through the kelp block, okay. Anyway, so things are still a work in progress. It theoretically will work. It's just taking a little longer than I would have liked, because all the blocks that I've been running through it, the large majority of them actually don't produce any experience. So things like stone give you absolutely nothing at all. Food gives you a decent amount, but I don't have a big enough food farm to get things going by cooking food yet. So I don't know, it's like in principle it works. In practice I've yet to get enough going to actually have it be a sustainable way to do things. You probably also notice that there's these buckets. I've been using lava as a fuel source as well, just because I had a lot of lava down in the mine and there's really no other use for it for me. Like occasionally I'll use lava in builds, but it is not often. I'm just going to set these up in here. This should be up above where the lava blocks generally hit. Anyway, so I made a bunch of buckets. Like I already had enough iron to do a lot of buckets. And so I've just been regularly going down into the mine and getting buckets of lava just to throw in. Just because, like I said before, the bamboo farm is not quite yet fast enough to keep up with my needs. Once I have the bamboo farm, because I need to do about 3 more things, like stacks of these, so each one of these modules I need 3 more on each side, so another 6 here, and then I'll be building another 10 over here just to match up with the Cactus Farm needs. And so I might end up building it actually a little bit taller, just so I have excess fuel so I can have a big super smelter that has infinite fuel in it. So, and a lot of things going on. I've been trying to figure out a lot of different things that I've never really done before, and I'm just hoping that, you know, by getting everything done, then reasonably soon I can have that working. Now the Blaze farm would work as an XP farm, but it would need a redesign as well because I don't actually stand close enough to any of the blazes to make that work as something that I could just stand there and, you know, just stay in the same position. I would have to be very active and moving up and down, and I don't think they spawn at nearly the same rates that I had Guardians spawning at previously. So, and I've seen some conflicting videos saying that Guardian rates were actually faster in the new update. So I'm going to have to look into that and experiment a little bit more. I may end up actually seeing if I can find another Guardian temple somewhere nearby and getting it to work that way. Just by kind of remaking a new one with a different, I don't know, with like a different setup completely, I guess. Because that's what it would need, is a completely new setup to actually be functional. Yes, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you trying to do with that? I'm not sure what Parker's trying to do. He's found a package of like some suction hook thingies that I have no idea where he found it, but he's trying to show it to me for some reason. Okay, anyway, how far back? Okay, so the fuel is backed up quite a ways, it looks like, at least. Because I put lava buckets in there. Looks like the bamboo's not backed up nearly as far, although I did not AFK here overnight. So there may not really be all that much coming into it at the moment. Let's check the other side. I have noticed that the minecarts tend to drop only on one side, and so having all of this stuff might actually be a little bit much. Where's that going? The bamboo's somehow still flowing through the system there. I wonder if that's why I don't have any bamboo over there. Is it somehow making its way through the system still? Huh. Anyway, though, it does seem like the minecarts are actually fast enough unloading on just one side that it just might be smarter in the long run just to change up how these hopper lines are going and just only have the hopper line going up on one side, and then it just goes the opposite direction down completely instead of having both sides going. Yeah, I might do that in the near future as well, like just totally change up how these hopper lines work here and just remove the one side completely. And then that also saves me from having so many hoppers used on this part of the build, because I would be building that all the way up, and I don't know if I really want to go quite that crazy with all the hoppers, especially if they're just not going to go fast enough. Yeah, so we have some redesigns, some things that, like, now that I see it working, I am looking into how to get things working just a bit better. Can you toss this in here? It looks like it is flowing through somehow still, but oh, it is gone now. Anyway, so I might revisit this here in a little bit, because I do have enough other kinds of fuel in here to have it working. You know, actually I probably do need to do that right now though. Yeah, so I would want to just get rid of this part here and have all the hoppers going this direction, which means that I could get rid of this and all of these through here. Now that had redstone on it, didn't it? Or no, I guess I got lucky because this does not actually have any redstone on it yet. Although this stone can be burned, so it's probably going to burn up in the process here. Okay, where's halfway? So I need to do... These two are the ones that need to be moved. Okay, and then same thing here. Oh, I guess that actually doesn't matter. So those ones can all stay the same, which is good. Although, however, I should have some hoppers sitting in the tops of these, I think. Unless they've fed into the furnaces. Great. Let's try to burn the hopper. Perfect. Okay, well, let's see if I have enough to go back through here. So yeah, this has been a lot of a... I don't know. I guess you've been here, Gruhagen, for most of the learning experience part of the build. Just because I really am having to like work through and just test things and keep on working on things as I go. Because some of the stuff just becomes apparent that it's just not even going to work the way that it is. With these, if I can be fast enough removing that and replacing it with stone, then I actually need to remove this hopper. So I'll probably wait until it's there. And I'm going to remove that first as well. Because I want to see if I can get away without actually turning off the farm. There we go. Okay, well that worked out. So that's actually going to make this not as bad here. Okay, and that did have stuff in it. Yeah, this is just going to be a big mess trying to clean all this up until I can get everything figured out to a certain point. Is this filled up to the same point over here? It's getting there. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to fix this and change it around. I wish this would have been a little more apparent earlier, but it just really wasn't something that I was hoping that the farm would be fast enough that it would fill up both sides, but it's just slow enough that it is better to just have it dumping at only the one end. And I mean, honestly, that makes building things easier for me once everything is put together. It just means that this part right now is a little bit more of a pain in the butt. Because now I have a bunch of stuff to clear out. It's going to be dropping all kinds of items everywhere. Here, let's grab some shulkers real fast. So I left some empty shulkers over here when I was clearing out some sand. So I'm just going to grab some of these real quick, and then we can have something that I can actually move around with me. You're going to see, I think I actually need to start on the item system, like the item sorting system as well right here. Just because the item sorters are going to have some major stuff done to them as well. Or not items, but just my normal chests are going to need to be changed pretty drastically. Okay, so this all the way down is going to be just filling up with all kinds of stuff until I can get to halfway, which is... I've probably already passed it. Yeah, I've passed it. So let's just go ahead and put some of this stuff back in here. So the Cactus Farm, I'm gonna have to get an example thing. It was one that, I think it was El Mongo. So El Mongo is one that works with Nembomb, and they do some really technical Minecraft testing and stuff. And it's a design that I'm pretty sure that he had figured out, that was working out as like one of the highest efficiency cactus farms. And with cactus, because of how slow it grows, then I want as high of efficiency as I can. Just because otherwise I'll just be wasting any time that I spend near it and have it running. So I really want the cactus to like grow and not only fill up all the hoppers and keep them all completely full, but have plenty of backup, so if I ever need a lot of levels fast, that I don't completely waste my entire stock of cactus. Actually, that one is not quite full. Let's pull down. Okay, just a little bit more down at the end here. I think I can grab the rest of this pretty quick. Yep. Okay, and let's just hope that... Okay, it looks like I did pick up all the hoppers. That's good. So if I had all of them, I should have a couple left over. Shoot, this is kind of a sticky situation to be in. So I can go through here, but it looks like I'm going to have to break these as well, just to make sure that I can get out to an area where I can actually finish. But luckily that wasn't nearly as much involved there. Okay, a little bit more. I think I'm okay with that now, though. Honestly, trying to make your own farms like this, like, it's something that I enjoy doing, don't get me wrong, but it is something that can be very trying at times, just because of how much can go wrong. Like this whole circumstance that I'm in right now, like, probably would not have happened had I just borrowed someone else's design completely. But I don't know. I guess you know how it is. It's just like trying to use your own designs. There's a good chance that they won't always work, and you just have to deal with it. So, luckily though, at least figuring out what I figured out right there, now I can remove these extra hoppers, which should help with a little bit of lag, because hoppers generally tend to lag stuff out. And it's also just going to make this a little more efficient, because then instead of trying to go to two different sides, it can just all be focused on one end. So, oh, hello there, White Dog. Welcome to the stream. What kind of lemon is that? That looks like, kind of reminds me of the annoying orange, but it looks like the depressed lemon. I don't know if there ever was a lemon in the Annoying Orange series, whatever that was, but yeah, that does not look like a very happy lemon. Looks like he's kinda sour. Oh, did that just in time. Okay, looks like to the point where there's going to be plenty of stuff coming out again. So once I get to a certain point, all of the lava buckets will probably just stay out of the system completely. Like, I won't be putting in lava buckets anymore, but like I was saying before, it was just to help the bamboo actually catch up. Because that bamboo was struggling to grow fast enough for everything that I was using it for at the time, so... grab this. And I'm going to grab as much as I can as well on my person. It's going to cycle through some of that bamboo. Okay, we'll just call that good for the time being. Okay, now if I am seeing this correctly, these are going to all start filling up now. Just because everything's been trying to fill in those hoppers that I replaced. So, let's just set these off to the side for the moment now. And now I have an extra 36 hoppers, so that was actually quite a save. Okay, we'll let that bamboo get through, and then I'll just focus on lava buckets for the first little bit. Yeah, amazingly, with all of these lava buckets, it still hasn't filled up everything. Like, okay, so I can put in more bamboo, it looks like, but we pretty much filled up on the lava buckets for the time being. So I'm going to put some into these change here. Wait, how is this still dumping stuff out? Oh, I guess maybe it's still just filling out the lava buckets and I couldn't even tell because of how it was set up. Okay, well, that's good. Oh boy. Just cleared out 4. Let's go ahead and grab the last little bit of the stuff from over here. And y'all have even more hoppers available after this. Oh, what is Parker doing? I might have to go check on him in just a second. He just wandered into his room, which is fine, but I think I heard him making some kind of weird noise over there, so... Okay, it's just his learning farm. He's got some kind of farm toy that his grandpa gave him that he hasn't played with it in a while from what I've seen, but he seems to be enjoying it right now, so that's good. Okay, perfect. So we have 3 completely full with lava. I'm going to go ahead and move these out. Yeah, I think this will actually help out overall substantially, because we had like 36 hoppers or something. It's like 47 total moved out completely. Oh, thank you for the ice cream there, Groovehagen. Thank you, thank you. Oh, the stone. Did the stone get burned through? It did. So yeah, I just burned all the stone that I broke there. That was a bamboo one right there. Yep. Okay. So looks like with that set up now, I'm going to go ahead and change this one over as well, but this one should be quite a bit easier because it's already pretty much set up to work out nicely. So all we do is break these ones. And then I'll just have to make sure to collect all the hoppers back out of the hoppers, or I don't know, will it try and use the hoppers as fuel? I don't know if that's a thing, even if it will try and use hoppers as fuel or not. Because it was at least trying to smelt the hoppers. Okay, so let's check this out and see if they are in here. Oh, looks like they both just came to the top. No, maybe just one at a time? Okay, that means that there's probably one sitting behind as well then. But we're gonna have to go through each one of these. Just make sure that we grab all the hoppers out real quick. Okay, did any end up over here? No. Okay, and now the second part of this here is checking these ones. So yeah, looks like it won't use them as fuel, so it's just gonna let them sit there in the back. I wonder what other things, because I do know with item sorters, then you want to have only one item sitting there to kind of make sure that... So basically an item sorter, as far as I understand how they work, is just the fact that you have like a hopper with items sitting in it, but you have some items that cannot be put through. So for example, like if you have the hopper, and here, let's put down a chest with a hopper on it so I can kind of show you this. So basically you put down the hopper, but you do like something that's not going to go through into the chest, which is usually, if I remember right with what I've seen, then it's just like a named item, so it doesn't know what to do with it. But anyway, so you get something that sits in the hopper there to basically block out anything but one item, like one type of item. So I might experiment with this in the future a little bit, like once I'm a little bit further along with this base area, like try and do like an item sorting system for like an AFK fish farm, or I don't know, something else. But okay, so now these all need to be sorted out, and I'm basically just going to focus on clearing out all of the items here. Yeah, this is going to be a long process here. Sorry about how long it is. A lot of these items are actually going to be building materials for these farms. so it's not like a complete waste of time. Okay, let's see this now. Okay, that's sitting there. Okay. So yeah, let's just start grabbing all of this stuff that we can and we'll put it in the system here. Okay, I'm one above the glass there. Ouchies. Oh, did you pinch your finger? I'm not sure why he's saying ouchies. See, he looks completely fine. The other day, Parker hit his head on his farm thingy and got a pretty decent cut, but you could tell that he wasn't feeling it anymore after a little while, because when Ashley got home, he tried to show her his ouchies, but he was pointing at the wrong side of his forehead. So even though he had a little cut on his forehead, he wasn't pointing at the right spot of where the cut actually was. Which is just like, oh, that's cute, but at the same time it's just funny that he didn't realize where his cut actually was. Okay, yeah, it looks like we'll just go for that one last one there. Okay, so you know what we can do with this one over here? Let's just start getting those other fuel materials or fuel sources. And I'm just going to put them into the other side of, like, that other farm there. So we have lava buckets and the dried kelps. Let's try the dried kelp first. Oh, Parker, you were too cute, bud. Yeah, he just wants to cuddle today. Like, he's normally a loving boy, but I mean, I don't ever remember him wanting to cuddle on. Like, he just keeps on walking up to me and giving me little hugs. Just being like extra cuddly. Okay, so let's keep on clearing out fuel sources, I guess, then. So I think this is on to just glass now, right? Is there a way... Here, let me see if there's a way to lock these hoppers as well. Just while I'm thinking about it, we'll just try and see if we can put a lever on the side of the hopper. Nope. What if I put it there? Does that lock the hopper if I do that? Here, so let's watch this and see. So we got one that went in. Oh, that locked the furnace itself. That's interesting. Huh. I didn't know that you could lock items in a furnace like that. Okay, well, I'll just leave that there to remind me of that, because that's interesting. I should probably be grabbing the buckets too, so we can go get more lava into the other system. And grab out the smooth stone as well. Okay. And this is a lot of like really random work. You can see all the fish that I cooked through, but because it's not... You didn't know... Neither? Oh, probably about the furnace, okay. I was like trying to think what you're saying there for a second, like what you didn't know, but it's got to be the furnace that you can lock it. Yeah, sometimes it's just interesting just to play around with stuff and see what happens. Because sometimes you never really know what can happen, I guess. Let's go ahead and... Okay, just a little bit more kelp there. Okay, and then these I'll just go ahead and put here for now. Yeah, now that could have some interesting applications, I would guess. I mean, being able to lock a furnace like that, that's something that's pretty unique, but... Okay, was this all the bamboo? Okay, that's all the bamboo. So I'm going to grab the dried kelp is actually going to be after the lava buckets. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put the lava buckets into the system first. Just because the lava buckets will go ahead and they do quite a bit of smelting on their own. The charcoal, I tried not to do too much charcoal because I don't have a wood farm set up yet. And let's get the kelp going now because that's going to take a while to sort into there. Looks like it's working on the coal before the lava buckets. I don't have lava buckets there, so let's do that. Okay. Now, the tree farm that you could do now, because of the changes that they did on 1.14, is actually something that's pretty cool. So maybe I should go ahead and set up a little tree farm while I'm thinking about it, just so I can show you guys how that works. So let's see, I had gunpowder somewhere over here. Okay, yeah, so let's grab some gunpowder and just the red sand for now since we have it. Let's just make a little bit of TNT here and I'll go ahead and show you what I mean. A little bit more gunpowder. Okay, cool dude. Go ahead and do what you need to with your kid there. Oh, it's broke? Here, let's put that egg back together for you. There you go. Okay, now this would probably be way more efficient if I had a TNT duplicator set up, but I don't know if there's any 1.14 TNT duplicators. So I might actually look into that here in a second just to see. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and put these back now. I didn't want to use all that sand because I'm going to need that for the Cactus Farm, but I have a desert just right over there, so it's not a problem to use some. I'm going to go ahead and let's check something real quick. Okay, let's see what... It looks like there is supposedly a TNT duper. And if there is, then I did not need to make all that TNT for a tree farm. So he's got slime blocks, sandstone fence. I have no idea how this... Huh. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so... Hey, no, please don't be messing with my laptop, bud. Sorry, he's trying to mess with my... Okay, so it looks like the TNT setup that he has. Let me get one more quick look at that real fast. So yeah, it looks like on one side, I don't know how these work. Let's go ahead and see if we can make the same kind of contraption that El Mongo kind of shows in his video, and see if we can then figure out how to actually get that to do something. So he had power drills. I don't know if power drills is going to make a difference. It might. And where do I have power drills? Pretty sure I have some somewhere. Here we go. Some slime blocks. I have the TNT. I'm going to need a piston or two. And then the other thing that he had was... it was a cobweb. That's what it was. So I've got to think about what it was exactly that he had working. So personally, I've never made a TNT duper before. I've seen people that have used them though in various circumstances, just because of how much... Does anyone know how you do that? How you switch your offhand and main hand? Like I do that occasionally and I never know how I did it. Here, Parker, come here, bud. Parker. Parker, right here. Here, close the fridge and come get this. Hey, okay, just a second. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out this TNT duper real quick. So I'm gonna go to somewhere that it's okay if I blow stuff up for the time being. Which I do not want to be on the island, but over here I think I'm just fine. Especially if I build it over this area that I was gonna clear out anyway. Okay, now we want to build up. How far should we build up? Like... let's build up like 10 blocks to be safe. Okay, and then let's build out a little platform to build this on. Okay, let's see now. Oh, I forgot the fences. So you had some kind of sandstone fence going, so I'll just go ahead and grab that. And we'll make a working one and then see if we can figure out how to get it to stay in place just to make a little tree farm with. So let's try that. This is kind of a little tangent, but I wanted to see if there was some kind of working form of TNT duper, and there was. And if we can get this going, then we can have a little tree farm to hopefully supply so we can do like charcoal and stuff. Okay, well apparently I'm horrible at flying, so let's just do this the normal way. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so TNT is going to go right there underneath. We have the minecart rail here with the minecart on top. Then we have... Here, just a second, bud. Okay. Well, I might have to decide to be done here in just a second because Parker's wanting some attention at the moment. He's trying to hand me some glasses to put on. Yeah, do you think I look better in sunglasses, bud? Okay. Now it's sandstone fence on the front two here. Okay, the TNT goes right there. This goes down to match up to the TNT. And then I'm pretty sure it was just the cobweb, and then we can go ahead and go down into a slightly different area right here now. Hey, no. No. Okay. Here, bud, are you ready to eat? Okay, well Parker may not want me to be streaming too much longer, so let's just go ahead and try and finish this up super fast. Yeah, I gotta work with how much my son will let me do here. Hope it's almost nighttime and I needed a redstone block to power this. So let's just go ahead and grab that stuff and we'll sleep so that we have decent visuals. Did I have redstone blocks somewhere here? Nope. Okay, I should have some right in here. Okay, let's see now. Okay, let's see if this is the right height that we need. Okay, yeah, that actually worked out fairly nicely. Okay, so now if I go ahead and put those there, and like that, nope. That is not how I wanted that to be placed. There we go. Okay, so the TNT duper that was in the video then was something like this. So now let's see if this even works. If I power that, that did not work. And that broke the cobweb. Okay, let's see if we can find a better visual underneath and see what was activating it specifically. Oh, activator rail. Oh, it's coral too. Okay, so there's something that he had going on. Man, how did people ever figure this out? That's what I want to know. So he had it under... Okay. Well, I have a silk touch pickaxe, so I can take out that TNT block there. And then we need to do a couple of things real fast to get this working. Okay, so where do I get... I don't know why he used dried coral. That's the one thing that I'm like confused as to why that was used. I don't even know if I have any coral reefs nearby to get some dried coral. What is the purpose? Does dried coral activate TNT? Like, is that a thing? Okay, maybe let's head over here. So what I'll probably end up doing is just ignoring the TNT duplicator for a little bit here. I just wanted to see if, because I thought I remembered seeing some kind of coral reef nearby on this side. Yeah, so there's some warmer waters this way, so let's just see if there's any kind of coral reef. They still haven't fixed the chunk loading errors, whatever that is. Isn't that kind of crazy that even just moving at this speed, it's having a hard time loading everything for me? Oh, is that a guardian farm? Or a sea temple? That is super close. Holy cow. That is a good thing if I decide to try and work on another guardian farm of a different variety. Okay, so that is actually close enough to my other area over here that I could very easily try and work on another guardian farm and then be able to compare the rates between the two. Well, that's actually fairly exciting. Holy cow. Is that a mob spawner that was kinda half loaded under there? Okay, so I do know where a coral reef is closer over to the... It's actually next to where I built my western town. And so if we don't find anything here for a little bit, then we can go check over that way. I thought I'd remembered flying over something on the way over, but it might have been further out. And I just don't want to push too far away just because of all the struggles that this game has been having with the chunk loading lately. I really don't want to like overwhelm the game completely, because this is already hard enough on the game, which is sad, but yeah, whatever update they need to do to fix this, then they really need to get working on that a little bit better. Why is this so slow? Holy cow. You know, at one point there actually was a random villager trader that was selling coral, but he wasn't selling the dried coral fan, whatever it was in the Ilmongo video that he was using, so it wasn't the right type anyway, but it does make me wonder if I could get lucky eventually with the wandering trader selling the right type of item. Okay, I'm gonna let this load for a minute and see what I can see. Check on Parker real fast. Okay, he is hiding under the blanket on my bed. He's just doing some playtime over there, it looks like. It's honestly probably about time to get him eating and then get him down for a nap soon. But he woke up pretty late today, so I'm kind of holding off on that for a little bit. I've never seen a ship spawn that close to one of these things. Like it's literally in the ship, right? Isn't that weird? Okay, let's get some light here because I can barely see anything. Wait, is that brick? Like legitimate brick blocks? That's interesting. Oh, and of course I found bamboo in the new boat. Yeah, anyone that was here beforehand knows that I was hoping to find some bamboo in a shipwreck, and I never did out of like however many, but then as soon as I actually have oh, there's a few drowned there. Does that one have no, what is that? Oh, he does have a trident. Okay, let's go ahead and try and kill him. Because I want to see if I can get lucky with the second trident, then I can actually try the different enchantments on the tridents. I just gotta kill a couple of these guys first. Nothing? What do we got here, llama? Yeah, I don't see any floating items. Let's check in here just to be sure. But yeah, it's not there. We'll grab that treasure map just because. Here, get out of my way, guys. Oh poop, I do not want to die. Okay. So these treasure maps are likely the exact same map. Yeah, they're the exact same map. And I'm pretty sure it's wanting me to go over to that island over there. We might as well grab another Heart of the Sea while we're over here, because those are always useful. This is gonna spawn in. Great. That's the peninsula thing that's poking out that I gotta go around. Okay, it's somewhere over right in here. So if I go ahead and hop out here. Okay, well let's go ahead and real quick I'm going to grab this out and just set some stuff back in a shulker real quick so I have some room to even pick stuff up. I was not really planning on like just randomly going out and doing this, so but it's a little opportunity, right? Okay, now as far as I'm aware, it should be within the sand. So that means it's likely up higher, actually. This is going to be kind of a weird chest if it is up top here, because usually they're down under the level of the water. Maybe not. Because it had me right in this area here. I guess we can see if there's something inside all of this. Okay, well if that's not it, then it's likely actually further down in the water. Okay, that means I'm going to be checking right down in here somewhere. No? I probably should have kept out one of the maps so I could check it. Let's put whatever we can back in. Just do that. Okay, I'm pretty sure the closer I got this direction, the closer I was to the center. Yeah, so it looks like it should be like maybe a little bit further this way, but even if it's further this way, it's not much further this way. So let's just go ahead and extend this out a little bit and see. Oh, let's not look at that guy. Possibly somewhere underneath me here? There we go. A free diamond, some gold. This gold is actually going to be super useful for me, so. Gold is almost, well, it's probably almost as valuable as diamonds are to me at the moment, just because it has more practical uses. And I'm pretty well set on, you know, on my armor and stuff at the moment. Okay, well that's good. If I could have found any villages or anything nearby, that would have been nice as well. So I could start some of those villager farms. Okay, this is the one where we killed all those guys at. So let's just go ahead and work our way back this way. Okay, that was kind of a long tangent. Oh, thank you for the donation there, White Dog. I wonder how long that's been going. I guess I didn't have it up on my screen, like my normal screen, because I was trying to figure out that TNT duper thing. Okay, well it looks like that TNT duper may just require some more work. So I'll just build a legitimate TNT device for the time being. And then we'll see if we can get duper figured out here in the near future. Let's get a look at this. Okay, so I'm probably just on the far side of the desert from the mushroom biome. Yep, there we go. So just need to come back around here and yeah, see, look at how many mobs there are here. And then one of the funnest things about this whole mushroom biome is that I get over here and just absolutely nothing. Like it's completely mob free. Except for the cows, of course, but cows aren't hostile, so. Anyway. So we'll just kind of keep in mind that we need some coral to be able to do that TNT duper. And so I'll have to maybe go on a little bit of a coral hunt, or maybe even just travel back to the coral reef that I do know where it's at. So we'll save off some TNT here. The other TNT we'll just go ahead and figure out how to make something useful with it. So let's take where was that one that had the, there we go. Not just the normal sand in here. Put that there. Here, I need just a new random chest to put stuff in. Maybe we'll just pop it in here for now. I have all these random little things that I don't really want to be carrying at the moment. And I don't really feel like sorting everything out either at the moment, so we'll just do that, call it good. I know I have this stuff in other spots, so it's kind of wasteful doing this, but I have a lot of chests with a lot of room in them, so I'm okay. Okay, so what we're gonna need then for an actual TNT farm, like if we want to be doing trees, is we're gonna grab a dispenser. We really only need one for this, and then we need a way to activate it, so we'll get some redstone dust and a repeater so I can get a decent distance away, a lever, and maybe some torches so we can make the signal go up, kind of like this one does. Okay. So then yep, duck. Here, do you want your ducks? Okay, and now let's build this big. How about? So what we can do, and honestly it can go anywhere, so even right here, I mean for the time being is a good spot. So let's just take, we need 4 pieces of dirt, so let's take those 2 and a couple others. And then we need to make some water streams around it, so let's grab our water buckets. Okay, because what we're going to do here, Oh, you know what? I need hoppers and a chest to have this stuff collected in. So let's grab some of those for now. This is more than I need, but it's okay. Oh, and then also, why not? But let's grab some smooth stone. Again? Okay, let's do that then. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to sleep to try and get that better light. It's almost daytime anyway, but sorry about that. To anyone watching, if that gives you a hard time actually seeing the screen. Okay, yeah, let's just build it right into the ground here somewhere. And we'll show you, because the nice thing about this is that this could be something that I could make infinitely large. Not infinitely, but I could definitely make it much larger, but at least with what it is right now, it's going to be fast enough. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and... how many blocks do we have? How about we do 4 or 5 on the outside? Yeah, let's do 5 just to be safe. I don't know how big of a blast the TNT is going to send stuff. 5. Okay, so looks like that's actually a little bit large. So we'll come this way with this. And then this is a couple shorts. Let's do this. Okay, so if we can do this and have it work out nicely, it shouldn't matter what kind of tree we put here. I'm just going to fill this in. Okay. And now the water streams. How do I get water to flow around here to certain collection sources, or should I just have it if I put water on a diagonal like that, and then I just keep it going on the diagonal, because I don't want this to actually form, I don't actually want it to like form like solid water blocks. I want to keep it running water the entire time. So let's just see what this does. So if I do that, okay, that does loop all the way around, which is nice. But that did also form a solid thing of water back here somehow still. Okay, looks like signs it is. Let's just grab some signs real quick, and I'm not sure if I have any signs made, so let's just grab that and call it good for the moment. Oh wait, do I have some sticks already? If I have some sticks, let's not do that. Just make some oak signs there. That should be plenty. Where was it that I even grabbed that out of? This one? Okay, whatever, this is fine. Okay, so if I'm doing signs and I actually want to place down some mycelium again here, just to get rid of these infinite water sources, because I do not want those at all. I want water sources in a very specific spot if I'm going to be doing this, which means that about 5 blocks across, and then a sign. And I actually want the sign to be placed on some ice. So let's see, so we'll have signs there. as long as it's going this way. Oh, and this is going to need to be on a slightly different level. So we'll just build that up. So if we have water flowing this way, it comes across, we have more water sources here. But that's going to be a little bit funky. So let's actually just let it push it one more block. And then that way, and then we do 2 again here. Okay, this should actually work out pretty nicely, and it should look okay. So then this pushes this way, they come across, this one pushes this way. And then okay, if I have signs there, that should be okay. So then what we'll do is just on one of these, doesn't really matter which one, we'll just put in a string of hoppers going into a chest. So how about this one, since it's closest to my actual work area over here. So let's just get a double chest set up. Okay, and then to keep the water out of there, we need something that will stop the water without blocking the chest. Which means probably just a couple pieces of glass. Oh, and I should have left those there. Just a couple of them. This is going to be a very simple build. Very, very simple. And then I just need to grab some of the ice that I have in this chest here. Now the reason for the ice is just to try and keep stuff moving across this quickly. May or may not actually work. I don't know. Okay, we'll see you later, Y-Dog. Thanks for the donations. Okay, let's see now. Oops, I did not mean to put that A on there. You know what, that actually doesn't look very nice. And there's a better way we can do this. That's to do this. Okay, now the reason for 5 wide, this may be wider than I actually need it. And I could probably actually build these larger. But I'm just going to count on being able to get up close enough with bone meal and stuff that it's going to be semi-automatic without being completely automatic. So let's grab just a few more of these now. Okay, and now we can start placing some of the water. So we want the water going this direction right here. It's gonna be like a big toilet, honestly, like just flush them down towards the center. Oh, is that delicious? Just finished off his other thing of milk there. What do you want, bud? Here, you ready to eat? Let's get you set up to eat real quick.
you say is some real food good. I mean, as good as milk is, let's get you some real food. Crackers? Perfect. Glad we'll give you some of these crackers. Start with those, and I'll get you some other stuff in just a minute.
Okay. So yeah, basically I'm gonna have to do more research as far as the actual TNT duper, but we could add that kind of thing into this build later. For the moment, let's see if... Yeah, we have plenty of wood on us. Let's just make a few trapdoors. We don't need a lot of them. So what I want to do now is just go ahead and build a very simple little bridge kind of thing that I can also flip up, because I want like nothing to really land on these. So, okay, well that can be done. Okay, and then let's drop off the dirt and mycelium and whatever we have on us. Okay, now watch this. Oh, that's not a... We needed the activator rail as well for that other thing. No, doesn't go. Okay. Oh, I did want, however, one of these to go over the dispenser, just to put the extra TNT in so it could hold more. Although actually, you know what? The dispensers hold like 9 stacks of stuff, so we should be fine just doing it one at a time. Let's at least grab some more of the smooth stone though, because I don't know how much of that I'm going to need. It looks like it's about time to sleep, so the last thing I need to do real quick is just find my... these, and let's go ahead and just see if we can get the actual spruce tree. I'm gonna do 4 of them together. We'll see if we can actually get that to grow, and this test is gonna determine whether or not this farm is a success, just because it will also tell us if we're getting at least the saplings back out that we put into it. So okay. What is the Y level here? The other thing that I'm worried about with these is just sometimes they don't grow unless they're on a high enough Y level, but I think 67 is high enough. So maybe let's just see if we have some bone meal in one of these chests. And if we have some bone meal, then I'll just try and see if I can just get it to grow faster. I know that I had a bunch of bones over in that other chest over there, or in one of the shulkers. Ah, here's some bones here. Let's just make that into bone meal. Okay, if the bone meal doesn't get it to grow, then we know that we need to make it higher, or that there's some weird thing going on with the mushroom fields. There we go. Okay, that worked. Okay, looks like that went fairly tall, which is good. Because now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and set a little button here. Put the switch on it. Here, let's do the switch on this level. Okay, and now we're just going to start building up and placing torches every other one. So we'll do torch, that, torch, that, torch. And this is basically how you can just send a redstone signal upwards. It's just this alternating torch and block that you can power So usually it's any kind of stone or even wool works, I think. You just send the signal upwards though. And what we're going to do is just get this up high enough that I can hit a switch down at the bottom. Oh poop. And I have one job. Let's keep track of that pattern, and I messed it up. Anyway. We just want this up high enough that when I drop the TNT, it hopefully won't damage any of this torch tower, but it will also not blow up the dispenser that we're dropping it from. So I'm going to try and give it plenty of room. So I just want to drop it directly on top of this torch tower here. Okay, now that's off at the moment, which is good. Now what we're going to do is just bring it on over. And we need to go over the center of this thing. I think that's somewhere about right here, right? Okay, now for the dispenser. I think we actually need to get something up here to get it facing down. But I need to get myself a little lower down, so let's just build out some temporary scaffolding here. And I'll just fix that in a little bit. Oh, that did not go the right way. Okay. That was probably my fault for not quite getting it on the right block when I did it. So there we go. So now we can go ahead and remove this. Remove all that. Remove this. Okay, and now this will be as simple as putting redstone dust and a repeater just to make sure that we have plenty strong signal and that. And now if I have everything done correctly, I should just be able to hop down and just start blowing the crap out of this tree here. So let's see if this does. Okay. So that looks like that's gonna work. Let's grab some more rockets because apparently I'm out, and then we'll hurry and put in the TNT and test this thing out. Oh, did I break that? I hope that, okay, yeah, it looks like it didn't break that map for some reason. Okay, now what the hope is, guys, is that with a couple of pieces of TNT just inside of this thing, I won't have to restock it too often, and I can just get it to break the trees for me. Because what happened before the update is that when you did this, it would just totally destroy everything. Okay, when I hit it once, does that activate? Okay, looks like it is taking out the wood. Did that actually drop a piece of TNT, or did I go too fast? Did I break part of the tower here? Or am I just experiencing some kind of lag that's messing with stuff? Oh, it looks like the tower is broken. Right, we're missing a couple of pieces there. Okay, looks like I'll have to go ahead and just put some stone in front of it on this side. Just to try and protect it, I guess. Now, how did those get blown up? Like that? Did they get blown up? Yeah, they did. I don't know how that would have happened. But maybe all I do is, just to be extremely safe, I just put up a little bit of obsidian there. I just need to do this before the 5 minutes runs out on the very first items. I should have some. There we go. There's some obsidian. Let's just do this because TNT can't blow up obsidian. And even though it's kind of a costly choice, then we know that we're not going to have any necessary stuff being blown up, I'm pretty sure. And I think it only needs to be this one string of blocks right here is really all that I need to protect. So we actually have just enough TNT, it looks like, to finish it, so we'll just go all the way up and break this out from underneath ourselves. Okay. Did that drop some TNT? Is there something still broken here? Okay, let's look at this again, I guess. So we got torches all the way up. Still going, still going. Oh, there we go. I was missing one more torch. Oh, why is it doing that? I don't get why this game, like, I feel like that's new, that you're like mining down and it tries to kick you off to the side. I'm just trying to make sure that I get as much as I can, but that's really annoying. Oh, Parker's all done with his Cheez-Its. There we go. Okay, be right back. Okay, so hopefully this is what taking out a tree would look like. And if I have everything lined up okay, then this should land on the wood still. Yep. Okay, something busted again. And plus those are not transporting as well as they should. Well, it's interesting that I'm getting sticks out of this somehow. Is it because I'm blowing up the actual wooden logs? If you blow up an already blown up log, does it give you a stick? Because I can always change the water collection system, but I need to know if this is going to work. Okay, what happened? Oh, yep, we're missing torches again. Is it just that one? Yes, no. I guess we'll try one more line of stone and just see if that helps it out there. I don't know, this is just such a weird thing to me. Let's go ahead and sleep too while I'm thinking about it. So the thing that I am not sure on here with this kind of tree farm is just if the efficiency on this size of a tree is actually worth it. And it looks like if I wanted to avoid blowing this stuff up, I could actually just move the dispenser over a little bit. Or just honestly at this point probably just move my torch tower. Because I think I would do it down to this point here and then call that good. But let's see how much wood we get out of this, and I'll just put everything in and then we'll compare it to just a normal one done normally. Okay, so we got 37, 3, and 9 saplings. So I think what might be happening is that it's actually destroying the wood as it goes, and so not all of the wood is being saved. Which if that's true, then that's sad, but it means that I just need to rework this farm a little bit, which is still doable. It's just too bad that it's gonna need, you know, more work to even get it working good. I guess that's the chance you take though when you're building a new farm like this, is if we do have a way to get wood though that actually works, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be significantly less than what we'd normally get. So 37, 3, and 9. I'm pretty sure I won't get any sticks out of it when I do it next time. Now if I remove these, what happens to the water streams here? They just get caught in the middle? Now I could always... Yeah, there's something I could do easily enough. It's just called put in some corners. And then instead of this being solid, I just remove all of this. Those will go back, but for the time being I'm going to want them gone. That means the ice doesn't even technically need to be there, but we'll leave it there for now as well. Okay, the hoppers are going to be facing this way now. I'm going to need 4 more. Yeah, I think this will actually work a little bit better now that I think about doing it this way. Because all I gotta do now is just put the hoppers here. Oh, poop. Of course I put that on the wrong thing there. You want more cheese? Okay. Okay, and then these can just get added in this way. So basically, we'll just start going like this. Every other one will add a new water block in. Did that? Oh, it did. Oh, I did not want that at all. Okay, well if it's gonna do that, then let's grab a few more hoppers and just change up this design then. So you should only need like, what, 5 more hoppers? So I was hoping that I could just get it all, like all source blocks on one end, right? Which is what I'm going to do here. Like we'll keep this source blocks. But it also turned all of these into source blocks over here, which we do not want at all. So I'm just going to completely remove this. Okay, here we go now. Okay, that should get it down now to where there's nothing flowing except for the ones that I want to be flowing. Okay, and let's just build these up real fast. Oh, I do want to get that moved. Okay, and then we'll do just on this side. What? My pickaxe, did I throw it and it got picked up by this? Yeah, I totally just threw my pickaxe. I'm brilliant, guys. Okay, here we go. Let's break these ones now. Honestly, I should probably try and put something in the corner, but it looks like it's gonna be fine because it will still push them close enough to the hopper there. Oh, let's just do this right. I'll just put that in. Put that in. Now they're coming directly together. And if I'm not mistaken, this should still collect everything just fine. Do you need some more food again, Parker? He's really into this show. Is that ice just trapped underneath for some weird reason? Okay, whatever. That's okay. Okay, well, I'm getting tired of waiting for this to grow. So let's just go ahead and bone mill it a little bit and see if this gets it to go. There we go. And let's try the normal method now of just how I do things. So normally when I do these big trees, I like the 4 wide ones because you can make this staircase as you go, basically. To climb on up the tree, then you don't have to start out from the top and then... Which honestly, that's probably faster to start out from the top and then go down. Holy cow, this is so bad. They really need to fix whatever this thing is. It's making it so it like flips out every time you try and mine directly down as well. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that was 37. Okay, so luckily that went there. So yeah, looks like I got almost twice as many wood blocks. Now let's go ahead and see how many saplings come flowing in. Okay, and they are going into that first part. Oh, I did get some sticks. Is that new, that it's starting to produce sticks as well when it breaks? I could swear that was not a thing before at all. I feel like that's actually breaking down faster too. Yeah, it used to take forever for those leaf blocks to disappear. Huh. Okay, well I'm gonna, while this goes, I'm just gonna go get Parker some more food. Okay, what do you want to eat, Brett? Okay, looks like that is almost gone. So let's just go ahead. Looks like we got a couple of sticks here. So let's see, got the same amount of sticks, a few less saplings, more logs. Looks like we have some saplings on the way. So we're at least getting out what we put in as far as saplings with a little bit of excess. I don't know, for the time spent gathering sand, I don't know if it's quite worth it. So maybe once we figure out the TNT duper, then it would be worth it. Because if we had a TNT duper, then getting just a little bit less wood would not be as drastic of a problem. I mean, currently it's kind of a big problem, but honestly it wouldn't be a huge problem. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab out 4 of those. And we'll just kind of mine this out just so we have a little bit of wood incoming. But yeah, that's really not a big deal, it looks like. Okay. All good to know, guys. I mean, that's a couple other little things kind of figured out there. Does look like we lost some packed ice, which is unfortunate, but I don't know. I can get more of that relatively quickly. Okay, let's just go back to working on all of this random stuff we got going here, since I'm trying to do too many things at once. And since it doesn't appear that I really have, I'm not sure if I have any viewers or not. If you're still there, Groovehagen, if you want to say something, because I honestly can't tell if you're still there or not at the moment. But the plan is, if you are there or not, what I'm gonna start working on is just on trying to figure out this Cactus Farm build and how that's all gonna work. And it looks like we have a good amount of glass set up, so I'm gonna go... Well, we don't even really need... because we're gonna be doing it tiled. It's gonna be on half slabs, I think is what I'm gonna be using instead of string. So let's just go ahead. I'm gonna take a quick little break and then I will be right back and start working on that. Okay, looks like Groovehagen is not here. So let's just go ahead and I'm gonna look up how to do this Cactus Farm real fast. This one is the one I want.
Because what I really like about this farm is the water connections. 400 cactus plants get 25,600 hectare per hour. That's the total volume. And phase 1 is 7,000 blocks. Get that. Right now the ingredient is compactness. So this farm is more compact than the water layer quite repetitive compared to, for example, the 7-pin design, but it's also better. It's more portable, 8 blocks on Cactus Farm. So now let's also check the advanced number on the first design, so we entered into the Pro design. So here we go, total volume, effort, loss space, efficiency, 4% efficiency, and now compactness. This is by far the most compact Cactus Farm design. So
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a brutal build. Holy cow. Okay, so I need... That's funny, I got stuck there. Oh boy. Okay, let's grab out what I have here as far as shulkers, so I can go ahead and start sorting out some of this stuff. So basically, I'm going to go for a super compact, super efficient design by Ilmongo, but it just appears that that design is also going to be quite a long time to build, especially since I'm in survival. So I'm just going to start it and we'll see when I get done. So I honestly don't know how long this is going to take me to work on. But we need a few things to make it. Like the actual blocks involved are not all that difficult to get, I guess. Oh, I left some bamboo in one of these. Great. Okay. Well, I want these to get into this system over here, so I'm just going to go ahead and walk these over. And then the rest of them we'll just go ahead and put in this one because it's got bamboo in it as well. It doesn't matter. I need to take those and drop those off somewhere too. Okay, it was this one right here. Okay, so let's get these out as well so I have that empty shulker. And how about just this very end one, we'll put these in, because I'm about to take all of the end rods out of here. Okay, so we're going to need quite a few end rods. Cobblestone wall, although that could be any kind of stone fence, normal fence. Here, let's start with all the end rods. Oh boy. You guys ever know that feeling in the pit of your stomach when you're about to start a huge project and you know how much time it's going to take ahead of time? Or you think you have an idea? Kinda how I'm feeling right now. Like, this is a pretty monster build that I'm about to start on. Luckily I'm going to try and get it set up into smaller modules. So hopefully it won't be as bad as I'm feeling like it's going to be, but you never know. This is just one of those things where you really just never know. Okay, I do have cobblestone there. I'm gonna need to get quite a few fences set up as well. Okay, looks like I've gone through pretty much all of this stuff. I did have some random bamboo here as well. I might go ahead and toss the 3 in and then turn the other bamboo into... Let's grab these out and just turn all of those into sticks. Because I'm going to need some more sticks for the fences, and that way I'm not wasting what little supplies of wood I have. Okay, so let's grab out these sticks. A little bit of wood we have here. I think over in this chest we have more wood. Let's see how many fences this makes. Probably not going to be nearly enough yet. Not anywhere on the scale that we need. What's in this one? This is an empty shulker as well. How many empty shulkers do I have just hanging around? I have so many of these random shulkers just filled up with random stuff. Okay, well, smooth stone, we have a lot of that, so I'm probably going to use smooth stone half slabs because it doesn't matter the type of half slab either. Okay, well, let's just start grabbing out what wood we have. We have some spruce here. Some stone slabs there. Do you have plenty of cobble, actually? Oh, and here's some fences. So we'll see what we come up with more of. If it's spruce, it looks like we actually have a good amount of spruce logs. And so I may end up actually changing over and like maybe use the oak fences on the very interior where it's not going to be as visible. But try and use spruce fences around the outside where it's going to be to where you can actually see all of them. Because yeah, this is not nearly as many oak fences as spruce fences involved. Grab some more bamboo if we can. Where do we have bamboo at? Okay. Okay, now I did have a chest with wood in it somewhere here. Oh, but it's all dark oak. Okay, maybe I'll go grab that spruce that I just generated then. Go ahead and turn what I can into more fences and we'll just get started on this as soon as we can. Are you back there, Groovehog? Oh. Jinja Ninja? Yes, this is a legit world. Thank you for the lemon. Thank you for the follow. So the project I am currently about to start is actually going to be a big cactus farm. So the whole idea of what I am working on right now, and the world so legit, this is no cheats, no mods, all survival. I've just been going on this year for like going on this world for the last couple of years now, so I have quite a few resources built up. Anyway, okay, so I need to go check something in the oven real fast. BRB. Sorry about that. I have my kid over here eating lunch next to me, so I was gonna make some stuff for him real fast. Anyway. I'm gonna grab a bunch of this stuff. So what's going on is I will be making a rather large cactus / XP farm. And how it's going to be XP, like I've had a few people ask me already, like, how is this going to generate XP? You know, and so one of the things that you can do with the furnace is when you smelt something, you get some XP back out. And generally it's not a lot of XP. I actually ended up learning recently that there's some things like if you make smooth stone or smooth sandstone, you don't get any XP from that whatsoever. Like absolutely zero. And cactus is one of the ones that is something that you can actually build a farm of and have it produce at a reasonable rate where you actually get a reasonable amount of experience back out. And so what I have here is I've set up a bamboo farm, and I'm actually going to make this probably about another 2 modules about the size up, with another one the same size on the other side. Okay, seems like he's enjoying his food right there for a moment. Anyway, so I'll be doing some more of these over on the other side, so that's the base of where the other modules are going to go. These are like a bamboo farm, and so I've added in other stuff because the bamboo was taking a little bit to get going, but I've already been doing quite a bit of smelting, and obviously I've taken stuff from these, and see, so like right here, this is just going to slowly start filling in with more bamboo. Anyway, the whole idea is having another farm that can make an infinite fuel source. So once I get these up tall enough on either side, then they're going to be producing bamboo at a fast enough rate. Yeah, so you said, I respect you for having that much patience. I usually only do survivals with my friends or against my friends. So I actually have had friends on this server, and I'm thinking about maybe trying to include a few more people soon. But yeah, what happened is normally with Minecraft, I'd play it for a couple months, get kind of tired, take a break, come back, and then start a new world and start over again. And with this world, I just decided that instead of starting a new world, I would just start working in a new area. And that would be, you know, what I would do. So I actually did that recently. I had a pretty big spawn castle going, and I had to move over. Okay, Parker's letting me know that he's all done, so I will be back in just a minute. But anyway, that's how I've been going for so long in this single world. It's just that every time I've gotten tired, I just moved to a different part of the world. And so I have been going back and finishing projects. If you want to look at the YouTube that's in the link, then you can actually see some of my previous builds in this world. But anyway, I'm going to take care of my kid real quick, and I'll be right back.
Should we just give you a bath since you just
Okay, sorry about that. So I have no idea about redstone, but I can do a few basic things. Yeah, I'm really not a redstone expert in any way. I've just learned a few little redstone things like the T flip-flop that I use here, and then I just try and find different ways to use stuff, and I do a lot of experimenting. So actually, just a little bit before you joined the stream, I was trying to figure out if I could make a TNT tree farm, because with the new update, they made it so that TNT doesn't destroy the blocks. Although one thing that I'd figured out is that I had about 65 wood here and 37. So the one from the 37 was when I used TNT, and the one with 65 was from when I didn't use TNT. So I need to check it, but it might actually not produce quite the same amount of wood. Although I didn't make sure that the trees were exactly the same size either though. Okay, let's hurry and change out my pick and shovel while I'm thinking about it. I know I'm kind of just running around like a chicken with my head cut off right now. And I'm just trying to make sure that I have... Okay, let's find a different... I should have possibly a shovel here, yep. Okay, let's just swap that shovel out then, except I actually might put it back in this one. Anyway. Now this Cactus Farm, I'm just trying to think of how big to build it now. So I'm going to be using an Ilmongo. I don't know if you've ever heard of Ilmongo, but I'm going to be using a design inspired by him. So first off, I want to leave enough room around the center that you can see up into the Cactus Farms and see everything working. And then I also need to make sure, how far does this go? It's about 7 blocks. Okay. So then we'll go up a bit. I could even make this farm have a hollow opening in the middle so you could see everything from the inside. That would be interesting, actually. Anyway, so these are basic materials that I will be using. I actually need to grab one more thing of materials, because I did not make sure that I had my cobblestone walls yet. Now I can use cobblestone or sandstone or andesite, or like there is a bunch of options now for that because they added in the different kind of walls with the new update. So I'm trying to think of what would look the best. What would look good? I have a lot of cobblestone. Okay, well I think, yeah, I'll just go ahead and do cobblestone then, because I have so much of it. And I'm gonna need a lot of these walls here. I'm gonna pull that out of this one. Let's maybe make a few more. Okay. Honestly, this is probably a big enough build that I'm going to need to gather more resources while I'm building. But for the moment, I think I should have enough to get started. Anyway, so like I was saying before, this is an Ilmongo inspired design. It's fairly simple, and it's hopefully going to make it lossless. I just need to hurry and check and see how a little more exactly how this is all going to fit together. Cobblestone on that. Okay, I think I got it. So what we'll do is I'm gonna make like a little miniature base kind of thing just so you can see how it's all gonna work, and then we'll actually start building the real base of the farm. So the miniature base, let's do just, well, I should actually probably do a 5x5 area just so you can see all that. And we can see how multiple cactus are going to interact. So this is not something that I'm looking at a straight tutorial. It's just trying to look and figure out his design that he'd used. And the basic design that he used is, if you imagine that those are half slabs, on top of the half slab you have a piece of sand on which you can grow your cactus. Right? And then the trick that we're using here is that we want to guide, actually I should keep this. We want to guide the falling cactus down into an area where they're not going to be destroyed, because cactus blocks in of themselves, if another piece of cactus lands on them, it will just be destroyed completely. And so by adding that on the edges, basically on all the diagonals to the cactus, and this is why we're going to need so much cobblestone wall, it's just because of that. And then here we build up fences in between, but next to the cactus, so if you put a fence down it's going to break the cactus, right? So then instead what we do, instead of a fence post on the level of the cactus, let's hurry and fix that and then I'll show you this little trick, is actually an end rod. So I went ahead and I recently did a bunch of gathering of different things in the end so that I could have this built up. I also need to get the things on the inside there. Anyway, so this is going to be super compact, but hopefully this will allow all the cactus that break to just fall straight down to the bottom instead of being destroyed completely. Now, oh shoot, I built that up one too high. Okay, is that all the way around? Not quite. So this is going to give me a good idea of how many blocks I need comparatively as well. It looks like I'm going to need quite a few more cobblestone walls than just about anything else. Okay, but anyway, once we have that built, then we go ahead and we'll put these down. And we want them to have that space up above, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it one more? Here, I actually may need to make it one higher. Let me check that real fast. Okay, it is one higher. Okay. So what we want to do is we want the cactus to think that it can grow, and then actually basically trick the cactus into growing, but then not actually have it to where it can grow as it would like. So we put those in, remove these. So that's where the stacking comes in now. And okay, looks like I can get all of those. Now can I manage to jump and build up? Perfect. Okay, so then what we do, and what's going to break the cactus here when they do try and grow, is going to actually be the fence posts that come on up from the top of the end rods. So now if we do fence posts here, so what's going to happen is the cactus is going to grow, but it's going to be blocked by the fence posts, and so the fence posts are going to break the cactus technically, because it can't be next to the fence post, but it sees that there's an air block above it, so it's going to think that it can grow. And then of course the cactus will fall and we'll be able to collect everything. So if I do this now, that should be enough for you to see how this would then stack on top. Is, you know, then we go ahead and add the sand and more cactus on top of the sand. But that's basically the design. It's super compact, and hopefully it should be very efficient for what we need here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these. Now cactus, for their first growth, it actually takes a little while. So it's going to take a minute for us to figure out how fast this is actually producing. But I'll just make sure that this area is cleared underneath here so we can see how many cactus actually grow. And we'll just put what we have as far as cactus back. It looks like it did already grow. Well, actually, maybe not. Now, as far as mobs, I do have it on normal difficulty. More of the builder. I like rustic and futuristic builds. Automatic farms, but not very well. Gotta go England, 10:30. Okay, well, good night, Jinja Ninja. Sorry if I missed your chat there a little bit. I have it on a different computer screen. Sound kind of like a little bit like green to me. Anyway, what I was going to say is I'm in a mushroom biome currently, so okay, let's go check on Parker real fast. Okay, well, welcome to the stream. Whoever is here, if it's still Jinja Ninja, then good night and thank you for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and keep on working on this part though, so let's see. Hopefully these cactus will start trying to grow soon so we can see how this farm actually works and make sure that it actually keeps everything that drops. Anyway, so I'm going to start plotting out. This is the general design that I'll be using. It's stackable as much as I want, and I can build it as far out as I want as well. Now I do want to start out, what level do I want to be on to start? So I want to have enough room for a water collection system underneath that can be fairly large. Okay, let's just sort this stuff out and I'll figure out how to build, like what's going to be the most efficient way of building this entire thing, because this is going to be a pretty large build to work on. Where did I put all my slabs? I guess I had these ones there. So let's just start on working out a footprint for this farm. So I'm going to go grab some more smooth stone and we'll start on all of this. Just put that back. Okay, now the footprint can be anywhere from here down. Now I need to think about having, I guess technically it can be all the way up tight to that. Okay, how long is this? So one thing I do want to do is let's check the distance in between here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want it to have that odd number of blocks in between, so I think I'm actually going to move these over one more. And we'll just encroach on this other farm a tiny bit, but that's okay. Okay, and that means if we go out 7 on the other direction, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means that this is how far we'll build out this way. Okay, let's do the 7 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's peek in. How's Parker doing? He's doing okay. Looks a little bit bored because I turned the water off, but it was getting kind of full. 6, 7. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we may actually have to go inward a little bit here. I'll decide on that once we get things built and see how much it's actually producing. And the other thing we're going to do is actually split it into 2. Just down the very center, horizontally. So let's just keep on doing this. Oh, poop, I fell. And we have a 2-block center, so that means I'll actually need to just do this. So maybe that should be where I actually put the hoppers. Let's line up the hoppers in the center here. That would make sense to have either the water stream starting this way and then the hoppers collect onto one side, or did I have probably actually water streams starting on this side coming this way, and then I collect on only the one end. You know what, I think that would actually be the correct move to do there. So how about we go ahead and put our hoppers coming down this way, except they're going to go into 2 separate chests. And we'll just put the chests down for the moment just to kind of have a place marker, but they'll eventually become hopper streams coming out from that area. And yeah, we can do just normal chests. Okay, so I want one chest here. What is he doing? Okay, well how about we do that and then break it and call it good. Okay. 5, 6, 7. Okay, now water streams are going to be fairly important here, so I'm going to try and build them so that they stay to where they have enough of an incline to move around stuff, which means this is going to be a step down here. So we'll do those 4 rows. And then the step up from this Okay, I'm gonna need to use some fence gates too to keep stuff so that it can flow through, but so that I can have water streams covering the entirety of this area. So let's go ahead and maybe we'll just grab some of that dark oak that we had somewhere. We'll use it to make some fence gates here. Where did that dark oak go? Didn't I have a bunch of dark oak in one of these? Or was it one of these? Oh, here we go. So let's go ahead and build some fence gates then. However many we can with this amount. Okay, that's not nearly enough. So I need quite a few more sticks here. Just set those there for a moment. Do I have some more bamboo somewhere that I can grab? Okay, we have some stacks here, so let's grab those. Any here? A few there. I'm just going to be using the bamboo sticks, or well, the bamboo to make sticks, so that I can then use that to make my fence gates here. And luckily I have an infinite supply of bamboo, so something I can do very easily right here. Okay, one more. I may be making a few too many, but it's never a problem to have extra fence gates, right? Especially for some of these big, more technical builds. Okay, I'll give it just a moment to figure itself out. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do with this is just make what turns out to be a very simple water stream system, where instead of trying to mix like multiple water streams or I don't know, do the random things that I could do, I'm gonna make the water streams as simple as I can and just try and keep everything so that it's got plenty of water sources to push stuff in. So let's go ahead and we'll build this up for sure. Build this up, and I need a little bit of glass there. Just a couple of pieces for now. So let's just grab 2 pieces of glass. I'll be using a lot more glass later on, but for now I just want the glass over the top of these chests here, just so that I can open them up since the glass is a transparent block. Okay, this part now, and grab those. So now the difficult thing here is just moving stuff around with water streams over such an uneven area, because this is not going to be the perfect, I don't know, like I don't want stuff to come all the way this way. So let's take this, we can actually probably put that up, right? Because 7 blocks is just a little bit long of a distance. I don't know, we'll try it out and make sure the water streams are powerful enough to push everything. But if I can, instead of putting fence posts or leaving anywhere that the items can completely just stop moving, I'm just gonna try and make sure that, you know, I have flowing water continuously in every single spot here. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and build this up a couple as well. I don't have random smooth stone there. And I want that. Okay, it looks like it's one out is fine. Okay, and then these are all just straight up. Now I guess I could be building a lot of this with ice, but I don't really need to put down ice, I hope, and it's kind of expensive to waste all my supplies of ice on this random little project here. So hopefully this will just work together nicely for us. So we'll do this level here. Is this 7 wide? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's 6 by 7, I believe. Okay, but that's how that needed to be. Is this not 7 on the middle here, though? This is 7. I'm just bad at counting. Holy cow. Okay, yeah, so these platforms are 7 wide on the inside here. So I want to just keep on building these. That's 5, 6, 7. And I want to just keep on building these all at the same level here. So we just have a bunch of squares that are all 7 wide. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That does not line up. Okay. Okay, so I don't want to do a full 7 on this level then, just because it's not going to line up and I want it to be somewhat even. So let's just go ahead and we'll figure out what level this last one's going to be on. It looks like this one's going to be the tallest one. And this is going to be where it's 7. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So something like this then, to get that to be a full 7 block square in the corner there. Okay, so I have 3 and 7. That means that I only need to do 5. So right here. This is where I'll break it off. So just have 2 of only 5 blocks apiece. And I think this does mean on the couple of the ones that are full 7 wide that I may need to replace stuff with ice just a little bit, but I will do that after I test it. Oh my, what is Parker doing? He's such a silly boy. Okay, so 5 here. So we have 5. And then another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 7 here. Okay, now one that's 7 wide. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 6, 7. Okay. Well, it's almost 4 o'clock, and generally I've been trying to end my streams around 4. So I'm probably going to go ahead and hop off here now. But just in my own personal time, I'm probably going to keep on building this a bit. So you guys aren't going to see the entire building process of this. But this is going to be a pretty repetitive process. And just know that the design that I'll be using is the same that I built right over here. I'm just going to be building it over the top of this water collection system that I've got set up here. So we'll give it, you know, a few more minutes here. But just I probably will be doing more off stream here, because this is just such a big build. It's going to require so much time to do everything. Probably even need to go grab some more stone to keep on working here. Okay, maybe I'll just leave that open so I can still come to this area afterwards. As well as directly in the middle here. Is this it? Yeah, and then directly in the middle here. Okay, cool. So let's go grab some more smooth stone, and I'll just build up this wall, and then we'll hopefully get a working water collection system going and call it good at that point for the stream. Oh, is the sun? Okay, well, we can work through the night, that's fine. Doesn't look like I really have anyone watching at the moment, so... Okay. Let's put that out one more just so we have all of that security there. Okay, that's there. Now on this side. Okay. Looks like we're not going to need nearly as much stone as I was thinking originally to finish this part out at least. Stuff in the tub. Yep. Okay, well, I will have to go get him here in a minute. Okay, and then the inside track. Needs to just all be filled in, it looks like, so. There we go. So I'm just doing this to make sure that I have a way to access the inside once this is all built without having to fly. So I don't know, things happen, it's Minecraft. You never know when you're randomly gonna die and you're all of a sudden in a really bad position. I don't know how many times it's happened to me where I've just randomly died out of the blue in Minecraft. It's never expected. And I think that's probably because, you know, if you're a little bit worried about dying, then you're a little more vigilant, but when you're not super concerned about dying all the time, then, you know, it just kind of sneaks up on you. Looks like we might have a new viewer. So this is just a straight up survival Minecraft server that I am playing on. The reason why there are no mobs is because I'm in a mushroom biome. I guess it's like mushroom fields technically, something like that. And currently I am building a water collection system for what is going to be a cactus farm that I will be building here soon. That is a miniaturized version of it that I was using just to get a feel of how it was going to work. Looks like we do not have anything down here yet, but hopefully I may have built this wrong. I'm not completely sure, so I'm going to have to look into that, but this is the model that I have going. It's an Ilmongo design. Anyway, so I'm going to be figuring that out, but I was just about to actually end the stream here in a little bit once I get all of this figured out here. Oh, is this going to be difficult and not want to... Okay, here. We're going to start on a different spot then, since that's going to be funky. Because I need an infinite water source for this, it looks like. Okay, so we're just going to be going these two. One way, one the other way. Yeah, I don't know how water works apparently, because I would have thought that that would have worked even on a flat spot, but apparently not. Okay, and really the only true test of this is whether or not it actually pushes everything down towards that center there. Did that just about fill out on its own? Looks like it did. That's interesting. So I might not even really need to place too much more water, except probably on this one here, just to make sure that it's all pushing towards the middle. Same thing on the other side there. Okay, is that all going now? Okay, so it looks like that should all be working, but now whenever I throw an item in, so if we go ahead and just toss some of these in anywhere, these should all travel down into the very center. It looks like it pushed them towards the outside edge, and they're all being picked up by the hoppers well enough. Let's see how many went in each one. It looks like it was a little bit uneven, so I might have to watch that and Because I do want... So this Cactus Farm, half of it is going to be going over to these furnaces, and half of it to another array of furnaces over there, just to hopefully set up what could be an infinite XP farm. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this stream here. We got the water collection system built. We'll start on the Cactus Farm here next time. I hope anyone watching enjoyed the stream and that you guys come back next time. Have a good day. Check out my YouTube channel in the description if you want to see some more of my other recent builds.